What's up guys, Jason here, aspiring entrepreneur, and today we're going to talk about the top 3 reasons why outsourcing may not be the best course of action for you and growing your business. Now, this is the second video in a little series where I did the top 3 reasons why you should outsource, so this one's going to be all negative. I'll link to that video and other videos about outsourcing if you're still kind of exploring this whole thing in the description, but here we're just going to be super negative. The gloves are coming off, and we're just going to talk about the raw, hard downsides of outsourcing. And to kick things off with number 3 is costs. Costs are going up. As more and more people jump on this outsourcing train, the pool of talented freelancers is not growing at the same rate. So this means you have a bunch of people who are reading books like The 4-Hour Workweek and read Tim Ferriss's great story about hiring an army of MBAs to build his business and automate it, and they're jumping into the marketplace, and so there's more people looking for good freelancers than there are actual good freelancers out there, because it's really hard to filter out the good freelancers from the lazy ones. I almost made that a point, but really you can fix that with a couple of really good interview questions and better job descriptions. So really with cost, when I first got out of college and hired my first freelancer within a few months, I was able to get really good VAs for $3 to $4 an hour. I called them, some of them up less than a year later, and they were already up at $9 and $10 an hour. So one of the downsides of outsourcing is costs are always going to naturally be going up unless you take a chance on someone who's really new, who doesn't have a proven track record. Now, I'm talking about this from a North American standpoint, obviously hiring out to other countries, which brings me to number 2, and that is cultural differences. For better or worse, there are just some cultural expectations when it comes to professionalism, or specifically when it comes to deadlines, that are just sometimes not really all that compatible. And I found that certain countries where value and communication system and style is so radically different than what I am used to, it's almost impossible to get work done. Now, obviously, it always depends on the person. There's no hard and fast rule. It's not like I would ever say, never hire from this country or only hire from this country. It does come down to personal preference, but at the same time, there's a lot of cultural barriers that both sides, both the freelancer and you as the person outsourcing, really need to work to bridge that gap. And it's a lot, and I mean a lot of work. And finally, number 1, you're not building a team. You see, one of the great things about looking for freelancers to bring onto your team full time, or actually hiring locally, whether you're doing, Craigslist or Monster or something, is you are interviewing people and you're looking for people who want to be a part of a team, who want to be a part of a company. As opposed to outsourcing, a lot of the times, you're going to Fiverr or Upwork or Guru, and you're just hiring people for one-off projects, which means most of the time, your web developer that you found one time, he or she might be busy the next time you need them. And so one of the biggest downsides with outsourcing is the fact that you're not actually building any good long-term relationships or good equity in your company. Now, I've had freelancers that I've consistently gone back to, but it's very different when you have someone outside of your company who you have to go to get work done. I think things like Fiverr and Upwork are great for one-off projects, but really when it comes to outsourcing versus finding full-time freelancers and bringing them on to your actual team, I really think bringing people onto your actual team is the way to go. So to balance out all that negativity, I have 3 quick tips for you on how to get started with outsourcing. Number 1, head over to Fiverr.com or Concur.com and check out some of the gigs and services that are listed there. It's really easy to find something that you're already doing that you could try outsourcing, to just kind of get comfortable with taking a task you normally do and delegating it to someone else. Number 2 is your first hire. Try hiring a virtual assistant, someone who's going to be a utility player who's just going to do a lot of different administrative tasks to help get all of those small busy work style tasks off your plate. And number 3, if you can, when you're posting for projects or you're looking for a freelancer, try and look for someone for the long haul. I can tell you from personal experience, it's not fun having to wake up at 5 a.m. every other week to do another interview. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this video informative and actionable. If you got some value out of it, go ahead and hit that like button and then subscribe, because over on my channel, I'm documenting the entire process of building an online business from scratch, and of course, documenting how to find and hire the right people to build your team, because being a solopreneur is definitely no fun. And the way you move from solopreneur to entrepreneur is actually begin to delegate tasks and grow a virtual team. And if you have any questions about outsourcing, go ahead and drop them in the comment section below. I read and reply to every single one. So until the next video, keep building the business you love. Take care.